Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to my channel. I've been away for a very long time, but I am back really quickly with a video. It's gonna be my Toronto Film School review part 2. You guys have been asking me way more questions, and thank you guys so much for bringing your questions. I am not a Toronto Film School brand ambassador. I'm just, telling you guys my experience. So thank you guys so much for, asking me questions and finding my Instagram, finding my Facebook, and DMing me questions, and I will do my best to answer some of them right now. Now, most of the questions were all kind of like the same, and then I was asked to also do a review on dorm life as well. So one question that I got frequently was, how do I get into the school? And it is auditioning. You have to audition to get into the school. That's the only way that you're gonna go. And I think I mentioned in my first video that I actually sent in a movie that I was in, and that was my admission. But you have to go to the school and audition, or you do a video audition like this. Some of you guys are international students and were asking questions about international fees. I'm not completely sure about international fees because I wasn't an international student. Also, application fee, if it's refundable. The application fee is not refundable. It's $100 to apply for the school. It's the same thing across the board when you're applying for post-secondary anyway. So the application fee is $100. It's non-refundable whether you get in or you don't get in. Another question that I was asked quite a bit was how much the school cost. Now, from my knowledge, the school is about $30,000 Canadian. That's from my knowledge. I am not completely sure. That's something that you would definitely have to email the school, and email the financial advisor at the school and find out. There are so many options of student loans, and there's also like a little bit of a scholarship program with the school that you can check out on the website. I'm not sure if they're still doing the scholarship program, but it was like a tiny one. But I think you could check that out as well. Do you have to have prior experience in acting in order for you to get into the school? Like I did mention before, you have to audition to get into the school. That's the only way that you're gonna go. One question I got was she wants to go to Toronto Film School. Can I do a video on what dorm rooms in campus looks like? Okay, so this is a great question, and the reason why it's so great is because this is not your conventional school. Toronto Film School is not a conventional school. It's not a school that has a huge campus, if you've ever watched any just TV show and you see the Howard campus, or you see university campuses. It does not look anything like that. We are right next to another school called Ryerson. Ryerson has a campus. Ryerson is a university. Toronto Film School is not a university. It is a specialized college. So we don't have a campus. I know some colleges have campuses, but the RCC Institute, they never have. We have separate campuses, yes, but we don't have a stationed campus. So the campus life is non-existent, really. There's no sororities to join. There's no clubs to join. There's no athletic team. No, none of that. It's strictly what you're there to do, which is acting, film production, or writing. That's it. Dorm life, also non-existent. You have to rent a place. When I moved out there, I rented a place far from the school. Downtown is a very expensive area, but thank God for Toronto. Toronto is very, very accessible. So if you live anywhere in the GTA, you can definitely get to school, no problem. It is a bit of a trek, like an hour and a half from certain places, but it's a small price to pay. I lived about an hour away, like transportation wise, like if I was to take the subway, I lived about an hour away from school. And yeah, that was it. And you don't, one other thing that's like different from going to like a regular college or a regular university is you don't really, like, your class is your class. Those are the same people that you're gonna be with. Well, when I was there, that is the same people that you're gonna be with throughout the rest of like your 6 semesters there. When I was leaving, semesters changed around a little bit, so I don't know what the how that works out now, but when I was there, it was that class, and you do every single class together. So if you had camera acting in the morning, you're all doing camera acting. If you had writing in the evening, you're all doing writing in the evening. Like, no, like nothing, you have the same class, so you have the same friends, that's it. If you guys don't get along, too bad. In the first review, I talked about like how like the semesters go and how it works out, and now I'm gonna talk about how tedious it is. Okay, so if you're an actor, if you're an artist in general, you guys already know that artistry takes over your life. It's not something that you can like leave on the counter at home and then go to work. No. When you're an artist, it goes with you everywhere. Everything that you see, everything that you do is centered around your art. So, speaking of that, going to Toronto Film School is that. You're taking your artistry with you everywhere you go. But at the same time, you have to drop your personal life at the door. Like, and I'll try and explain that a little bit more. So basically, if you're going through anything in your life and you have an exam that day, and it's not like, because everything that we do is performance based, it shows in your face, right? So if you're playing, one thing that we had to do was we rehearsed the same monologue over and over and over again, and changed up our voices and changed up our demeanor and changed up our attitude and stuff like that. And in order for you to give your best performance, you have to I have to drop Stephanie and take on the role of, the one monologue that I was doing was a monologue from Diary of a Mad Black Woman. So I was picking up Helen when I was entering into school. So that was like tedious, but then at the same time, like, me picking up Helen, I could take Helen home with me. And it happened quite a bit where you're taking your characters home and you're acting like that character, or your demeanor is that character. So being an actor is hard in that sense, because and just in general, like, even after you've graduated and you take on a role, it's the same thing. Like, you're that character. So going to school and, you know, trying to separate the two is a little bit hard because it's your artistry. So there's that. Another thing I was going to talk about was the hard work that goes into it. Like I said, you never drop it. You never drop the artistry when you're out and about. Like, it just never happens. Usually with regular colleges, you know, you study that day and then you go out like on a night out. But I remember me and my friends, or me and my classmates, we would go out and we'd be like, oh my gosh, like, you see that person, you see the way that they're acting, like, I'm gonna use that for my character when we go back to school on Monday. And it's like and I laugh at that, but like, that's just how it is. Like, it's very you're taking your artistry with you at all times. One other thing I'm going to talk about really quickly is the teachers. The teachers are so supportive. I had a teacher that had I loved all my teachers, but one teacher made like a huge mark. Two teachers actually, John Tench and Jonathan Whitaker. Like, those were my they were my A1 teachers. So Jonathan Whitaker, he taught me just regular acting, so like theater acting. And regular acting in semester 1 and 2 is very powerful, and you have to like dive into like a deep placing you to pull out a character that has nothing to do with you. And I think that he was able to do that with all of us in the class. Like, none of us ever gave like a whack performance, and it was honestly due to him, because like he really brought out so much character out of all of us. And then Tench, he was our camera acting teacher in semester 3, and he also like little things, such as, because it was camera acting, so such as how you hold your face, right, and your facial expressions when you're saying this word, and if your eyebrow raises, and if this happens, and if your voice changes, and your eyes, like, are you speaking with your eyes when the shot is on you, and your reactions and stuff like that. And also another teacher that also helped, that like gave us such a good foundation in camera acting, was Omar. He killed it. Like, he killed it when he was teaching us about beating our scripts, and beating a script, if no one is aware of that term, that's basically where you have your piece of paper, you have a pencil, and like you are writing in between those lines, aka in between each of like the dialogue, where you're saying, how is that character feeling, what is she thinking when she's saying this word. So basically that was how that one worked out. If you guys have any other questions, like, I'm not looking to do another video on Toronto Film School again, but if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm gonna leave my email down below. If you don't want to reach me on email, you can reach me on Instagram. I will always respond to your messages. It might take me a few days, but I will. So I will leave all that information down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Also, good luck to all the people that applied. Hopefully you guys hear back. And for the people that did apply and told me that they got in, congratulations to you guys. I hope you guys have a great time at Toronto Film School. Please don't forget to share and subscribe and like this video. And I will be back with more videos to do with acting. And yeah, that's it. Alright guys, have a great day. Bye.